Is there anything the Watcher does not see? We have both seen the worst of the city. How the Reparu cluster like sea rats. Delver's Row will take care of them for a time, but I say the Crown will not suffer the Principe for long. How did the stone walls and paved lanes of Nekataka divide us so? You have walked the length of Nekataka's spine. How would you serve the needs of all these people at once? Akera, a practical solution, and one open to change. I was hard-pressed to find insight like yours in Pariki's Overlook. You have questions? Akera, I have answers. Between the Crown and the Guild, Nekataka has high hopes for Ngati's chosen son, I say. If Ngati had not blessed me, I say the goddess touched me for more than enriching one tribe, glorifying one island. Akera, yes. I say there is me, Takehu, and there is the Takehu others would make like a coconut husk doll. The more I try to be the Takehu I know I am, the harder I am constrained. What say? But it is the adoring people who made Takehu the savior of the tribes. Many think that I have a duty to the Huana. I say I am the only one unconvinced. I only dismiss what others would make of me. Akera, I know what I am. I know how I seem. We did not have this word, conceded, before Adirans landed on the Isles.
Well, you've certainly made up for lost time.
If Ngati had not touched me, I wonder if anyone would care.
Poor boy. He has it backward, as usual. I did not choose him so that he could do great things. I chose him because talent should be fostered toward any end. How fortunate that you are here to set him on the right path. I know you won't disappoint.
Apologies. I say I never miss an opportunity to talk about myself.
You're back. Kue, any news? You are willing to put up all that money? What of the gloves? What happened to them? At least I know Arkemir won't feed me to the imps. Take your discount as well. If the cupboard doesn't make its goals, so be it. Imp, go hang laundry. I'm only doing this for how you help Bertenno. Here, burn Arkemir's mana down for all I care.
You return. What say, friend? Akira, you've restored to us a piece of our history. The Queen thanks you, my friend. We are a step closer to...
You the Watcher? Good. If I delivered message to wrong person, Master would curse me with Archimir's annoying song that never gets out of your head. Archimir, the great master, has returned. Invites you to join him at the estate. Says you know where that is. I won't need to. He already knows. Find Master in his study. Don't be late.
Well, that was faster than I anticipated. I had hoped for more time to work with the Queen on her formal apology, but I will have to accelerate our plan. Thank you again, truly. This may be our most meaningful step towards Ukaizo. We just have to pray that Archimir doesn't put hexes on his belongings.
On the bright side, if he wanted to kill us, he probably wouldn't have bothered with the imp. I must say, our adventures together have been a welcome change of pace. When we first met in the Deerwood, you were struggling for your sanity. Now you're fighting for your soul. I can't imagine the weight of that burden. And yet you've borne it, and more remarkably. I'm glad it appears so, though I'm hardly in the same position as you. The gods have sent you after Aethys, and every power of note in Deadfire has their own plans for you. That puts you in a position of incredible influence. I've known you to be a person of rare kindness. Still, I'm pleased to see that you don't take your responsibilities lightly. If only more people thought as you do. I hope you'll remember this in the days to come.
I trust you had no trouble finding the place? Nekitaka is either a testament to the ancient Huana's love of labyrinths, or their hatred of straight lines. Sadly, I did not invite you here for a discussion of city planning. I warn you to stay your hand and treat with me better than you did poor Consulate. But let us get to the business of the hour, shall we? My estate was recently burgled, my vault breached. 1. At the Circle's behest, I'm expected to show restraint in these dealings. If you imagine that imp blood is easy to remove from carpet, I invite you to clean up after yourself. I am less pleased about the Harappo epic resting in the hands of those who lost it once before. Did I ask a question? The Circle of Archmagi wishes for us to put this unpleasantness in the past with a gesture of good faith. The Circle has expressed concerns about a certain mobile deity. The Deadfire is a fragile place, and a blundering soul drain like Aethys can damage more than just castle keeps. Indeed, it isn't our desire that you apprehend the deity. That simply isn't practical. We need your help in preparing for the worst possible outcome.
Normally, the Circle's involvement constitutes the worst possible outcome. Or have you already forgotten the Blackwash Falls incident?
Kalakoth replaced the water. What more do you desire? An apology? We do not worry. We measure, and the resulting value dictates action. You are only involved because it is advantageous for knowledge of the Circle's involvement to remain discreet. The wizard Bikana installed an observatory due northeast of Nekitaka. For your absolution, the Circle asks that you locate her research. That the Circle's concerns are utterly unfounded, of course. No doubt you'll recognize the appropriate documents. You have an eye for valuables. She vanished from academic research, and therefore her livelihood. All signs point to her lab being abandoned. Fair warning. A vessel flying the sigil of the Torn Bannerman set a course for the observatory. I have every reason to believe they travel armed. Did I inquire after your personal history? My interest begins and ends at a single point. That someone of great means desires abandoned arcane research. Research which we disregarded. Come back alive. Or not at all. Now, if you don't mind, I have a manor to restore, and a household staff to replenish.
Do you look for something in particular? Madiko. I fought so hard to get here, but I won't miss a splinter of this place. Hey, Imp! I quit. For what it is worth, I have not enjoyed a moment of our time together.
Huh? Make Master angry. Arkemir will grow a turnip in nasty Fasina's mouth. Be safe. Many horrors out there.
Agrasima, I think. Correz. Wherever you're headed, it can't be worse than here.
Do not leave me in suspense, I say. Have you found Matario Cozy? If you have questions, the Royal Brother will hear you. Shortage? Are the Raparu not fed the leavings of the Quaru and Mataru? My sister would call this a test from the gods. It is our role to feed the Raparu, and we do not pass on our duties to outsiders. But I am of a different mind. Nothing pleases Ngati like an unlikely solution, and this is what you bring. Akira, then let it be so.
I heard of missionaries distributing food throughout the Gullet, though I did not think it could be true. Not in this lifetime could I have hoped for more. To have garnered our Queen's generosity. I ache to believe it. Never can I thank you enough, Watcher who has the ear of both kith and gods. Always the Raparu will know of your kindness. Should you need refuge within Nekadaka, know that the Raparu will stand by your side. May Amira's winds ever fill your sails, boy. We will not forget what you have done for us.
Not to be telling you your business, Cap, but if we don't set sail for Deadlight, Benworth will finish his repairs and pull anchor. Deadlight's a tough coconut to crack, but if not cracking, what are nuts for? Might be there's a way to sneak inside. Bet we can find a shady spot to tie up a skiff under the veil of night. Then up the walls and over, quick as you please. Sussing out a place to land without being spotted ourselves will require Helia's own eyes. Or a spyglass. You've got a spyglass, I hope. Perfection. Whenever you be ready, set the bow towards Deadlight and we'll scrounge ourselves up an infiltration. Aye, Captain. Looking forward to watching you work.
Yeah? Tell me what's on your mind? My folks... You might say they're not your typical Aethasians. Sure, they cling to the light more than the darkness. But the war, it touched my family. And it changed them. Killed some. Not that I remember firsthand. The others toughened, turned survivors. That much I saw with my own eyes, even years later. My aunt's the one who taught me about the cycle of life and death. How everything happens in stages. Whether forwards or backwards, from seed to rot to rebirth again, it's all just states of existence and balance. See? That's how I first learned about the slice of gone within Aethys. After that, I read all the doctrines of Gone. Anything and everything I could get my hands on. The 12 books of Nearwith, plus the epistles from the minor prophets. A lot of them aren't a part of today's canonization, but that doesn't mean they're wrong. It's tradition for the youngest born to take up the priesthood of Aethys. Well, I did it in my own way. Of course, though we're few and spread out. Most don't keep to temples. Soul shepherding requires travel. Mostly I learned through reading. Any text pertaining to Gone I could get my grubby hands on. I guess it's the nature of light to want to best the darkness. But you can't have balance like that. And it's not like night and death are bad things. Oh, no use in fearing what's natural. Life isn't one long line. It's cyclical. You gotta shed the old to become the new.
Ahoy, Captain. I've got to come clean about something, and that'll be as good a time as not. Much as I hate Benwith, the main reason I signed up with you were to get here. To get a chance to look for a man named Romaro. Now, that'd be a longer story than we've got time for. Quick of it be that Romaro's in trouble. The Principe have sent a ship hunter after him, and I've got a need and a half to find him first. I didn't see his ship, so probably not. But mayhaps we could keep a weather eye open for clues to his whereabouts. Apologies, Captain, for not being more forthcoming. Romaro be like family to me, and I didn't know you from a bilge pump. Actually, I've known a bilge pump or two. Thanks, Captain. I appreciate it, truly. Captain, before I go introducing you to Ciri, I should, mention something. I see you getting savvy to Andra's salty laws. I might have said things to Ciri when I last dropped anchor at Deadlight. Just lovers' words, savvy. But I can't say I rightly lived up to them. I ain't saying there's a problem, just a possible wrinkle in the old charts. All I'm saying is, you see her go for a pistol, you best step away from me.
Production's too slow. At this rate, we'll never get out of here. Not till Eldies comes back. Hey, scamper off you. We ain't taking orders. Plus, if your armor's dented, you'd be better served throwing it against some rocks. For the record, I have no idea what I'm doing. Me and Brutal Ben had a bit of a disagreement. He tossed most of my crew into the brig. Myself and my first mate got the mercy of serving an extended stint in this forge. If you were one of us, you'd have heard that by now. Gossip flows like water through these parts. Tell me then, stranger, who are you? Blast my eyes and burn my fingers. I know you. Benwith attacked your ship right in the eye of the typhoon. He's been crowing about it enough since. Black Seas, but I hate Benwith. Me and Benny were real good mates in the Navy, but then he went and got too big for his britches, playing second fiddle to Aldi's. I might have had too much to drink one night. That might have led to things being said and done I now regret. One of these days, he's gonna rue that brutal streak of his. The thought has crossed my mind, but it ain't just me I've got to worry about. Ben's like my crew in the brig. I can't risk lashing out until I know they're safe. If you were to free them without creating much fuss, I could show you a secret route into Captain Aldi's quarters, where Benwith's staying. They better fucking be, no matter how pissed he is with a single captain. Killing an entire crew would rub Aldi's the wrong way, and he doesn't want to be on our bad side. Ben's locked him in the brig, down in the dungeons. Bail them out without making a bloody mess of it, or it'll be my throat that gets slit. I don't know if these are any good, seeing as I forged them, but here's a few lockpicks to help you out. If that fails, the keys ought to be on the jailer or by her post, a room between the brig and the dog kennels. The brig's got our best cells, you know. That's where we keep the ransom prisoners, the ones who ain't supposed to die. Finding them ain't hard. First, take these stairs in the back down to the dungeons, then cross the bridge to the storage room, then head south. You'll find the brig cells on the southeast side. Keep an eye out for guards. The dungeons are barred to all but Benwith's crew currently. You can use this to cut through the storage room. Just don't let anyone find out I gave it to you.
Why in the blackest hell are you clomping around so loud? Howbeit, you're not allowed up here, you no-good fuddlers. Just got no patience for them, the bilge lickers. It's rot enough I'm posted next to the forge, having to listen to that hammer striking non-stop all day long. Add on those howling guzzlers at the bottom of the stairs, and you get the picture. Enough gabbling. The ramparts are off limits to anyone but Benweth's crew. Run off, or I'll run you through. No, I'd best escort you back. Follow me if you want to keep living. Try to sneak past if you want to die.
Hello, Swabby. You ain't one of Benny's. What are you doing here? Knew we could count on our captain. Always looking out for us, he is. Seeing as you've let us out of the brig, I'd say we owe you. So you ought to speak with our captain in the forge. It's up the stairs on the western end. Keep it quiet and follow me, mates.
Be that you? Still alive and kicking, I see. You've done right by me, freeing my crew. So I'll divvy up what I promised. Door's open, but there's something you ought to consider before you go. Sure, you could traipse right up there into Aldi's quarters to gut Benwith, but he'll be heavily guarded. Meanwhile, me and my crew will be stealing Ben's ship, the Drake, and in doing it, we're gonna bait him into storming outside all alone. Easier, aye, but I wouldn't underestimate the captain. He didn't get the name Brutal Ben for being a piss-poor fighter. Benny docks the Drake in a hidden berth beneath the fort. Kill the guards there for us. Aye, that's why I want your help. After you've cleared the docks, take the western tower to the fort's ramparts and sound the boating bell. 3 rings. Me and my mates will sail out with the Drake. 3 bell tolls alerts the fort to a ship leaving the private docks. With Aldi's gone to sea, that leaves just Ben's Drake docked. Ben's sure to storm the ramparts in a rage, right in time to watch his pride be stolen. The ones on the dock will be sitting ducks for your blade. If that's not incentive enough, do it to piss Ben off before you end him. Gods know I'm dying to. I can't wait until Ben gets his. Aye, under the dungeons, there's a cave with a wharf. The quickest route's just ahead, beyond that door. Entrance to the docks is nearest the kitchens. Some of Benny's crew are sure to be guarding the drink, so you'll need to gut them if I'm to steal his ship.
Who are you? And what are you doing here? Only Benwith's crew has access to my kitchens. Not that I care, really. Speak up so I can hear you. You won't find him in the kitchens, ever. He's high and mighty, gold bricking in Captain Aldi's quarters now. These stairs go back to the court. It's the tower adjacent to this one that leads to Aldi's quarters. Think I want to tattle on you? What do I care if you're looking to hang yourself? Sneak around enough where you ain't supposed to, Benwith will catch you. Carve you into chunks for my stew.
Now what have we got here? I do believe I recognise these goddamn chests. By Andra's salty bosom, Romaro hauled this chest from one end of the Deadfire to the other. Dear S, that be me. I knew you'd seek me out. Please abandon the trail here. I fashioned this predicament for my own, and I'd not have you lock its weight round your own ankles. If you find yourself imperiled, seek Udina at Magic Water. She can help. Aye, there'd be a word or two more, but nothing useful to us. I don't know Udina from Warmage, but Magic Waters I know like my own fucking name. When I were a wee lad fresh on the Sorcerer, Romaro would treat me to the luminous bathhouse at Nekitaka. The water there shimmered like dawn on the open sea, and I, full flush with the poetic creativity of youth, called it Magic Waters. I know you don't owe me the favour, Captain, but if we could find our way to that bathhouse, I'd not hold it against you. Unless, and of course, you asked.
I wouldn't turn down a dip in the baths, but everything else you said is just awful.
For now, though, we've got plunder and pillage before us, aye?
Who's rung the bell and why? It better not be. What in the blackest hell? Stop! Stop! That's my Andra fucking ship! Plague and perish those goddamn swivers. I'll blast them from the sea. Do I know you? Well, you wouldn't be the first I've pissed off and forgotten. For that to work, you'd have to be able to hit me. And I'm not likely to allow that. Ah, right. You're that sloop captain what got caught in the storms. I take it you did a number on my crew. Figures. I should have stayed to kill you myself. Looks like I'll have to remedy that now. What you hope to accomplish coming around here? You can fight me if you like, but you won't be leaving this fort alive. Fire and thunder! We'll be fighting to the death now.
Think this'll break me? Ha! It won't. Spit on me, and I'll make you regret it. One day, surely. Those hagfish. Benweth's crew lashed me up to be, and I quote, a deterrent to insubordination. It's shark shit. All I did was filch one of their horns and blast it to start lung with. I wanted to see her get all worked up. Well, sure. But shouldn't you know this, on account of you being a captain? That he does, the master rogue. You should have come to us sooner. We're accepting of even old bloods if they're wanting to run fresh. Not that I ain't grateful, but if Ben's crew spots me about, they'll be taking more than my pride next. Blimey, someone got the best of brutal Benny. Come drink with me at the court sometime. You'd best believe I'll be celebrating this blessing from the gods.
Otsura asked me to train a crop of new sailors. Guess the sharpshooting lesson was wasted. Should have spent that time talking about home. I didn't stay long. We sailed north for target practice, then circled back. Should have kept going.
I don't get this at all. There was a Dawnstar settlement on Isongo. The place got trampled just the same. This is Wide Wen all over again. Only now we know it really is Aethys behind it. I'll tell you one thing. When we catch up to that unstoppable god statue, me and him are gonna have words. Lava better be all right.
Shut the door, quick, before the Naga get in. We're the finest soldiers and cannoneers in Aora. We don't need anything.
Captain, 2 places I've seen that look. Healers' tents and exceptional brothels. This is neither.
Wait, you're not the reinforcements. There are supposed to be reinforcements. The first thing was the Colossus. It showed up a few days ago, a week ago, I can't be sure. But it was huge. Glowed like luminous Audra. The Colossus was coming right for us. Fleetmaster Ko ordered the gunhawks and cannoneers to take up positions. They fought. The rest of us were sent below, like cowards. I heard cannon blasts, artillery fire, felt the world shake. Then the water started coming in. We came back up, and the others were... I don't know, like they'd been turned to ash. And the Colossus was walking away. The fort was flooding, where it had broken our walls, and the luminous Audra in the lighthouse had gone dark. On the western side of the fort, it's a true marvel, a monument to Rawatayan engineering.
Proof we can tame and transform this place, once we get rid of the scale bellies.
The Naga.
They skulked in after, once our walls were down. Those of us who were left fought. But those cowards moved through the sunken hallways, ambushed us from below.
We were ordered to defend this fort. Our people back home depend on our food shipments.
Those snakes are little more than animals, no match for trained Rawatayan warriors. When the Hazanui's reinforcements get here, we'll strike back.
And build our walls back up so nothing gets through. And double our cannons. So we can destroy that Colossus if it ever comes back.
Dawnstars.
Fleetmaster Ko hired them to tend the fields that supply the mainland, but they started acting strange, dreaming strange. One of them, Latharan, had a row with the Fleetmaster over it, left angry just before the Colossus showed up.
I think their praying called it here. Getting back at us for the Godhammer. Even if not, they definitely know something.
Is there anything else? Zahira, assistant quartermaster. The finest cannons and bombards in the archipelago. Why, you can barely walk the ramparts without... There's still one. There must be one. They can't all have been destroyed. But you'll need a trained artillerist to aim it.
The big guns and me are on friendly terms already, Captain.
That monster that killed our people?
I suppose he does look like a monster from down here.
I told you, Zahira. The Godhammer scrambled their god, and now he's taking his revenge.
Much as I doubt that, none of my explanations fits any better.
It's no coincidence your Aethys shows up just as Latharn storms out.
Don't go back out there. You'll be safe here until reinforcements arrive.
Just stay away from the water. Damn scale bellies are hiding down there. They'll ambush if you get close.
Sometimes you can see them if you look carefully.
What is this? Come closer. You glow so brightly, just like away. The striped fiends profane the island, endlessly burrowing, building. They bury the Adra under stone. Sugan says we must find a way in. Sugan says I must find a way in. Speaker for the gods. Grandfather to many. He leads us here. And here I must find a way in. The fiends gather at the walls. Searching, too. Not for me, but they see me still. No, not dead. Still searching. Stay a little longer. Your glow is a comfort here. Away, I said. A glowing, shining way. The way glows like an anglerfish lure, but it feels safe. I will follow the way, I think. But then I see another glowing thing. There is no way and no light. I am afraid. It is too dark. I will lose my way, or be swallowed by the terrible walker. The way? I am searching for a way. Show me!
Finally, some peace and quiet. Just keep that bird away from my work.
Stand down, Ishi. The man is doing important work.
Slave sphincter, those snakes were noisy. I don't suppose you brought any extra parchment with you? No, I've gotta stay. Gotta finish while there's still time. Slowly, Aimuro. Can't expect them to know if you don't tell them.
Faye, suppose he's got a better half tucked in there too?
I'm writing it all down. My research, my work, something to survive before the next walk-in Colossus, the next Naga warband. Do you need something? If not, I should focus. So much to do. What didn't? A colossus made of Adra marched through the fort, grew bright like luminous, and scores of soldiers fell dead. Incredible.
If Aethys got to them first, then you can fit their remains in a pouch of white leaf.
Then the Naga killed everyone else. Except Latharn, I suppose. Yes, he must have left. Dawnstar fellow. Arrived yesterday, last week, complained of strange dreams. Smart of him to leave so soon. They should split up. Safer that way. Better odds. Do you need something? If not, I should focus. So much to do. How indeed. Naga everywhere. Suppose your best chance will be up along the walls, west and south. But how to get there? Better perhaps to keep going south, around the edge of the fort, through Fleet Master Ko's office. More cover from the Naga. Safety in numbers, eh? A comforting illusion. Let the others have it if they wish it. I must see that my work survives.
Remember this little soldier? Glad to see you made it, friend.